This is my first ever live stream, so I'm a little nervous, but we're going to draw my cat. No, we're going to draw some Gravity Falls fan art today. Yay! Because it's been in my head all day, for multiple days. Oh, I'm excited and nervous. But where's my pages that I have? Because I have a few. Okay, yeah. I did it. I need to flip this. Whee! Hi! Hello! I have so many markers for this occasion. Okay, so, I don't know what that noise was. Hello. So, let's just start with drawing Bill first, because he's easy, he's just a triangle. Is that centered? Yes, it is. I'm going to draw Gravity Falls fan art today. We're gonna start with Bill because he's easy to do because it's a triangle. Like a one-colored triangle. Very easy to do for the first couple minutes. It's just little Bill. His little face. And my version of human Bill that I came up with. Also, my mechanical pencil is green and it looks cool. He has a cute little hat. Everything is triangles with Bill. I make his little arms. Just like little tiny arms. And his little feet. And now he's yellow. Human Bill time. Oh, it's like sideways? Okay, that's weird. Human Bill time. I gave him like this little... I've drawn him on my TikTok as his human form in an animation I did recently. So I have what his human form looks like, so I could just be like, okay, yeah, I know what I can do for this drawing. Which I've already drawn him like this before. He has a little scar across his eye, and that's why he only has the one eye open, which is not correct, but that's what I did. And he looks cute. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am a fast drawer. He always had this little, like, eerily smile on his face all the time, and I gave him sharp teeth to know that he's evil. Scars. And then I give him, like, this little, like, trench coat thing that's, like, weird. And I give him, like, this little trench coat thing. So many thingies. In the animation I made on TikTok, he doesn't have this little cape thing, but I think it would be cuter if he had a cape. Everything is cuter with a cape. This part is yellow. I like doing little sketches. The line art I feel like I have to be perfect with. But, I like doing the sketches and the coloring because it's like, ooh, colors. And I get to just freehand it and sketch. But I do like the way that the line art looks when it's all clean and neat. I don't tend to do it very much when I do it in my sketchbook that I do line art. I do it sometimes, but not often. I just realized I didn't even say it out loud, but the question was, do you like sketching better or doing the line art or coloring? So that's what that question was. This is exciting. I think my markers are like dwindling a little bit. I use them so frequently. I have to like the main markers I use the most are yellow, blue, purple, and pink. And a bit of red. Wait, his cape is also yellow. I just forgot. Oh yeah, his cape. His cape is yellow. The hats are kind of difficult to draw, so when I put him in his human form, he loses the hat. Which I was thinking of making it into like a fan animated series thing. You can tell me if you want to see that later. But I'm thinking of working on one of those. Of like a my idea little AU thing of him and his brother, who I will draw next to him. Right here. Of his little brother. His little brother does not exist, but in my mind he does now. His little shy, introverted little brother, well, not very introverted, just more compared to Bill. He's like, I want friends, but also I don't like people. So introverted. Little brother, William, who prefers to be called William over his nickname of Will because he doesn't like Bill as much. Which makes sense. They're adorable. Bill's whole thing is like everything that's like a triangle. So his eyes are like kind of like these pointed triangles. So when I do the eyes for William, he has like these like square eyes and like little square pupils. I have no idea what happened to my blue marker, but it looks like it's been through better days. I don't know what happened to it, but it just kind of looks disheveled. Who's your favorite Gravity Falls character? I have two and don't know which one to say fully as like my favorite one, but it's two of them. Wow, okay, favorite ones and then immediately forget their names. Lovely. Yeah. ADHD, forgot their names immediately as soon as asked. Oh, that's happened so many times. So, like, I like Mabel because Mabel's adorable and she's little and always has a bunch of like sweater details, and I'm creative. I like it when you make things creative. And then also like slightly fiddle for it. He's a little but his story was interesting. I kind of liked it. See, like his eyes are pupils here. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. His eyes are squares kind of here. Make it that he has like this sleeveless outfit that's darker tone. They all have like the black outfits because their arms look like this. And technically they don't have clothes, technically. Bill does because he has a hat and bow tie. But I didn't give anything for William, so he doesn't have anything. He's just kind of the shy little one that's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit over here in the corner and read books. And he's blue. He also I'll draw a drawing of him in a minute because I've wanted to for a little while, like a full drawing, but he also has little like bags that go on his belt, because he has a little belt that's also blue, that he has blue bags that he keeps everything in. And they're like, you don't even have very much stuff. What would you even keep in those things? They're like shiny rocks, random gifts that you've given me over the course of 10 days of knowing my existence. I wrote it all down so I can turn it into an animated show, but I just haven't yet. But I've been making, I want to test animation. I want to do like little animation tests to be like, is their character design fluid enough that I could draw it a bunch of like 1,000 times and not just want to break the tablet after that? Or phone or whatever I'm animating on. Oh, thank you. I love this story. Thank you. So, they're like, you've known this person for 10 days, and you've already given them random gifts from the boat. How? Why? You know it's Bill's brother. Why are you socializing with him? Like, Stanford's not really doing well with, being on the boat with Stanley and also William's existence. So I have a little story thing here now, and cute little drawings. So I'm gonna make like their human forms, but full body human forms on this side. This side will be for William because I just finished drawing him and was talking about him for so many minutes. Clicker. Fun. Oh, jeez, okay. Okay, jeez, alright. Tells you what just happened there. Guess the pencil decided to just explode for some reason. I gave him like a little hairstyle that kind of looks like Stanford's hairstyle, and he's like, did you mimic me? He's like, maybe. He's like, maybe I did, but you have no proof. Whenever I do black, I like to fill it in with the pencils. I have different ideas for what I wanted his design to look like. And for his design at first, he was going to have little glasses like the Pines brothers do. But then I was like, this is kind of difficult to animate glasses on a square with one eye. It's a little difficult. So I was like, you know what? He's just not going to have glasses because that's overly difficult for some reason. Oh, jeez, okay. Just going a bit aggressive for no reason. Alright. And it's like, it goes like past his neck a little bit, so that's cute. And his belt. He always stands like this, like, so, huzzah, hero. Yeah, animating glasses would be crazy. Oh well. Yeah, glasses are difficult to animate for some reason. But I'm like, I already have to do it for Stanford and Stanley. I don't want to animate it more than I need to because, oh my gosh. So I'm just like, I'm going to just say that character doesn't need to have them. He's a thing born from the stars, I think. I don't actually know. I'm gonna say, in my thing, I'm saying that he's like born from the stars, but I don't. Was Bill Cipher born from the stars? I don't actually know. Kind of like goes up a little bit. There we go. He has like these little side pouches that he keeps all of his things in, and he has 4 big pouches, and they're like, you don't have that many stuff. It's like, you don't have that much stuff for these 4 pouches that you just have. It's like, well, you never know. Never know. Okay. It's like, alright. It's like, I'm going to collect every shiny rock I see. Oh my gosh. So, like, after a little while, the boat that they go on at the end of the series in the show, the boat that they go on at the end is just covered in shiny rocks now. And they're like, okay. So, it takes place in the dead of winter. So they're like, it's winter. Why on earth are we even on the boat right now and not somewhere warm and toasty? Well, the cleverly named by Stanley beeper keeps going off anytime we get near this island. So let's go to that island. I hope they bring the show back. Yeah, okay, so there was a thing that said they were thinking of, like, doing a season 3 and being like, oh, the kids are a little bit more older and interesting things are happening. And they're like, oh, well, if you think, because fans were like, hey, Bill technically didn't die. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, he technically didn't. So he could come back at any time. We could always have a season 3. But then that season 3 didn't happen for some reason. Or it might be in the works, I'm not entirely sure. But I think it didn't happen for some reason. Because Disney is weird. And when one show's already done, they're like, okay, that's it. It's done. We don't need to talk about it any further. I'm like, Disney, no, I still like the show. I'd like to know more about what's going on. But nope. And then, like, Disney on Disney Plus has this thing of how not to draw characters. And they did how not to draw Bill Cipher. And he started, like, taking over the entire thing and being like, this guy is drawing it, like how I am. And then they're like, he steals stuff and it's like a whole bunch of shenanigans. And they're like, Disney's talking about Bill Cipher again. They're doing more interviews again. Is there going to be a season 3? They were talking about it a while ago. Is that going to happen? And then it's just silence. It's just dead silence. We don't know. Or at least I don't know. But there was basically just, we'll never know. We'll never know until Disney decides to say what's actually going on. Or the producers themselves, which have, at this moment, not. Yeah, I still miss the Gargoyles show from Disney. Yeah, the Gargoyles show from Disney is good. I don't have a marker that resembles his skin tone. Okay, well, I'm realizing that. Interesting. I'm gonna use this little black marker for him, for his outfit. But I'm like, I apparently don't have a marker that reflects his skin tone. I am using, like, tiny baby Corolla markers, so they don't have great colors for them. And I decided to make him slightly darker in tone than Bill is. And I'm like, okay, might not work out perfectly well in this instance. There we go. I hope listening to me ramble about random Gravity Falls things I've discovered and did headcanons for on TikTok is fun and interesting, because I can do it so many times in my life. I have so many little ideas and stuff for this, like, show I want to do, this, like, little fan show I want to do. I found a song that people made of the Gravity Falls theme song, but slowed down with more of, like, drums and bass. I'm like, ooh, this sounds cool. I was like, maybe I could, like, do that song that I found as, like, a intro. It would only play for one episode and then never again. I was like, maybe I could do that, because I don't think I want to edit the intro every time. I love the headcanons on TikTok. Thank you. I have a lot of headcanons just in my head all of the time. But for the ones on TikTok, I literally came up with them and was like, okay, write that down. And then I did it because I, for a while, was not writing down the headcanons I had in my head for them, and then I completely forgot them because I have ADHD. So some of them will be like, oh yeah, well, I can see him doing that. And they're like, well, what? I could have put that in the TikTok thing, but I didn't for some reason. So then I have a part 4, part 3. I have so many parts to that little series of Gravity Falls headcanons, all about different characters. Is this in the middle? I think so. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put a little thing here. If I put yellow, and then I put my brown marker, because they kind of mix together, will it be lighter? Oh no, no it's not. Okay. That's received. If I do it orange though, this orange marker is dying. If I do it orange, we need some Owl House headcanons too. Oh, I could do so many headcanons for the things I come up with. Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't help either. I have so many headcanons for the things I come up with of the Owl House, Sonic, different things, Transformers, which I could do, I think. But I'm like, I have anxiety about what people think of it. But then I post it immediately because I get too excited. I'm like, okay, well, that fear's overcome. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that later. I don't have a thing for what his skin tone looks like, but that's it. That is William, usually just known as Will, to absolutely annoy him. His little symbol is that he's a square, so I will put that next to him. Yeah, he's usually called Will, Will, just to bother him. I will get you some more markers. Yeah. And mostly like red and stuff, because I keep using the color of like red and stuff in my drawings a lot, because I don't know, honestly. I keep saying I'll do a sketchbook tour, and then I'm like, I am nervous. And this is my life. Bill time. I recently found out like yesterday or like a couple days earlier, found out what Bill Cipher's backstory was, and I'm like, okay, makes sense why people hate him. Alright. Wow, okay. So Bill Cipher's backstory, apparently, because they say it in the books, I've never read any of the books, but I've seen images on Pinterest and TikTok. So apparently in the book, somewhere, one of the many books that they have, one of the many books that they have, 2, 4, I don't know, honestly. One of the books that they have says his backstory, and his backstory is that he was a glorious little baby that everyone praised. They're like, even the mayor said of how he was the goodest baby and loved him. And his thing was that he could see into the 3rd dimension, apparently. He could see in the 3rd dimension, but no one else could for some reason. And their thing was that they were like an entirely thing of like flat characters, so they were all like 2D things in a 2D world. How funny. But yeah, they're all like on the page, they would all like look like this. But he was like 3-dimensional and could see the stars. I was like, the stars are so pretty. And they're like, what on earth are stars, child? Like, our kid is crazy. So even like after a little while, I was like, hey, why don't you guys all see into the 3rd dimension with me? Then you'd know what I mean. I'm talking about of how the stars are really pretty in our galaxy. Like, son, you're the only one that's in the 3rd dimension. That's not gonna work perfectly well. And then he got kind of insanely furious about that as he got older and was like, no, I want you to see the stars with me, see into the third dimension with me, destroying everyone in the process. Yeah, Bill Cipher's nuts. But he destroyed everyone in the process, including his own parents. So now he's like the last of his kind and doesn't even exist muchly anymore. And the reason why people were like, but he could still kind of live still, is that I mean, it was in the mindscape, so I have no idea. I was gonna say like a thing that made sense, but then I thought about it in my head. I'm like, that doesn't make sense though. For my little fan show thing, it was that Bill didn't die when being punched at the end of the show, but that he, yes, it is indeed a cape. All the coolest of characters need a cape. He also has a side belt, just because I say so. He has a side belt. And boots that go up to his knees, but you can't fully tell that because the way I drew him. His arms are like hidden underneath of his cape, like slightly behind his back for some reason. What was I gonna say? Right. So for my character, it was that he went to this like theraprison, which they say exist in the book, was a theraprison, which is a therapy prison. They ask you how your day was and what's your favorite color, and you get told all this by a giant axolotl that controls space and time. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I was like, a space axolotl. That's so cool. I like axolotls, and it's space. So I thought that was cool, that it was a space axolotl. I was like, space axolotl that controls time and space and is apparently bigger than a skyscraper. That sounds awesome. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a place I might want to go. I don't think I need to be in a theraprison, but that sounds like something cool I wish existed in real life. And then I'm like, well, it's different dimensions, who knows? There's so many things that are like, different dimensions exist. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it says there's 5 people watching. That's so cool. Hi, hello. For anyone who's new, I'm drawing Bill Cipher and talking about random things of Gravity Falls I've learned over the course of like a couple days. I think I've only known of Gravity Falls show for like a week and finished the show, and I'm like, I have so many things. Like, I didn't finish the show and just watched art and edits on TikTok of Gravity Falls, and then I'm like, okay, headcanon, some things, okay, cool. Then I finished the show and I'm like, I have ideas. So now he exists. So his thing is that he has like this yellow cape that's a galaxy inside that I usually just will animate purple because I like purple. But he's like, whenever he wants, he can turn it on to be like this little galaxy from his home dimension. And it will show it will show the galaxy from your home dimension whenever you wear it. So if it, like anyone else but Bill would wear his little cloak thing, it would show the galaxy from their home dimension. Like, it would just show, like, for us, it would show the Milky Way and stuff. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I don't remember where I saw it, but I got that idea from a person on TikTok I saw who was like, whose video was that they were had a cape that Bill Cipher had a cape that was a galaxy, and it showed your favorite stars. For me, for my thing, it's just going to show your home galaxy instead of your favorite stars. But it was that it showed their, like, favorite stars and galaxy. And then, like, Ford put it on, and it was, like, one of his favorite stars. And he was like, you know what, you've never actually shown me any of the stars from your home dimension. He's like, let's talk about something else. He's like, let's talk about something else real quick. And let's move on. All right, give me my cloak back. Let's move on. He's like, okay. Touchy subject, I guess? Okay. And it was before that he realized that Bill Cipher was going to be evil and crazy. Instead of having like the black, he has a red outfit, which it wasn't the one I originally had in the animation that I made of him already. But I'm like, you know what? Let's do a little contrast of the red and yellow. I'm realizing he looks like the McDonald's. He looks like the McDonald's sign. Well, it's too late to go back now. He looks like McDonald's now. The McDonald's triangle. He's not just the little Illuminati thing. He is the McDonald's Illuminati. Its own form of horrifying Illuminati thing. Ketchup and mustard, yes! It's the ketchup and mustard triangle. It's the ketchup and mustard triangle. Oh gosh. There's a part where they have an epic fight scene, but I'm trying to think of but I'm still trying to think of an idea of how does Bill come back to this dimension? Ooh, love hearts, that's so cute. How does Bill come back to this dimension? Sending you hearts. Oh, that's so cute. How does Bill come back to this dimension if he's stuck in a theraprism? Where they're totally not gonna let him just be roaming? I don't know yet. But also, Bill is done. I'm thinking of drawing like, oh jeez, okay. I'm thinking of drawing like all of the characters that are gonna be in my little thing like this. Of the show, so that means the others, the twins that are in it. Did I? Okay, that side's clear. Alright. Sir. Sup, hello! Hello. Other animators, other artists. Fun, hello! Maybe the last one. I might do two more. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more after this one. Because I'm gonna draw Ford and Stanley. And then I'll be done. Yeah, sweet. It's going well. I'm drawing Gravity Falls characters. I drew Human Bill and Human William. He hates being called Will, but everyone still calls him that. And like the human versions, because I'm gonna make an animated fan show for it. I just been like quickly drawing and sketching out some things because I need art. And you show all the ones you did so far. I've done Human Bill Cipher, who has this red and yellow cape, and now I'm just realizing that he looks like ketchup and mustard and the McDonald's sign. And then I have Bill and William together and as their little triangle and square. And then I have Human William as well, who everyone just calls Will just to annoy him because it sounds like Bill. I tried down here trying to figure out how to do his skin tone with my like Corolla crazy art markers, but I can't figure that out. Color theory isn't theorying. Billiam. It's Billiam. So now I'm gonna draw Stanford and Stanley. That's gonna be fun. Because I have like a few pages left in my sketchbook. Look, I don't have that many pages left in my sketchbook, which is both like, no, I can't draw, but also like, I can do a sketchbook tour soon, so that will be fun and exciting. So I would do the sketchbook tour like currently, but I want the rings are not being cooperating. There we go. But I want the sketchbook to be like finished when we when I do this sketchbook tour, so it's like all of the art I've done in the sketchbook, not just the ones I've done currently. I love them. That was a good twist having the brother come back. Yeah, that was cool. I really like your comics, quite talented. Oh, thank you! Thank you! Yeah, I come up with a lot of storylines and stuff. Hold on, little sneak peek to the tour thing because I just want to show these off because I like them. But little sneak peek before the tour thing. I have so many random doodles, but where's one that doesn't have like coherent text? This one, not right. Yeah, okay, whatever. I sketched out a fan comic because I have two ideas. I have the animated fan show of William, and then I have this one of where he's somehow made up a child. Anyway, I have a sketched out thing of a fan comic called Forgetful Bill that I'm gonna work on later. I have a fan comic of where he like has this cute little sweater and he's going through things and learning of, I drew the axolotl, but he just says lizard because he doesn't know what an axolotl is. If you need voice actors for dubs and stuff, I can give you my Discord name. Ooh, maybe. I'll check that out, because I haven't even done all of the animation for that. Bats. I drew bats. I am not done with the animation for that show yet, so I still need, like, storyboards and stuff that I'm gonna do. But then I'll think about it, yeah, maybe. Because I don't fully know what your voice sounds like yet. But I'll check that out, yeah, because that sounds cool. Because I definitely need these. If I'm going to make a fan animated show, I need one at least for Bill Cipher, because I cannot imitate a Bill Cipher impression. I can do G1 Starscream, however, which will be the voice for William. Will be my Starscream impression. Okay, so this one will be for Stanford. I like drawing Stanford because I like drawing characters in big poofy sweaters. As you can tell, I wear a big poofy sweater. I like big poofy sweaters. I love that. Starscream is hilarious. Yeah, the G1 Starscream is like the most funny in my case because like they make him do so many funny and weird things all of the time. There's a lot of screaming he does for like no reason. They're like, okay. Like usually it's like, okay, you're stuck. There's like a thing trying to get you. That makes sense. There's a giant snake. I didn't see that episode, but there was like a giant like python that wrapped around his body, and it's like, get this thing off me, and it was hilarious. And then there's like this other scene though of where he gets. Does he have? Yeah, he does. I forgot he has a bag. Hold on. Here we go. Of where there's this scene of where Starscream has. I'm getting distracted by my art that I can't remember what I'm saying. Starscream gets locked into a cage by Megatron and starts screaming, and he's like, "You can't keep me in here forever, Megatron. Ah!" And he's like such distorted screaming that you're like, oh, Starscream, no, stop. And so distorted for some reason. I didn't realize how awkward G1 was until watching now, lol. Yeah, G1's very awkward, and you don't really notice how awkward it is until you're like, watch like a full episode, and you're like, okay, so Bumblebee is now different characters. The animation's weird, and it's hilarious, and I love it so much. I just realized it kind of made it look like he has paws. We're gonna go with it. Cute art style. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I have no idea how I found this art style that I draw. I think it had something to do with the fact that when I was little, I watched The Life of a Teenage Robot. But that kind of looks like this. You can tell whenever I draw the character's feet because I can't really draw shoes very well. You can't keep me in here, Megatron! Ah! Someone commented that, and then I can do the Starscream voice for that. Yeah, but I'm gonna do my Starscream impression for William because it's hilarious. Anytime he does anything. I've written this part down and already scripted some of it. The first 5 minutes of him existing in this world of the show, he's immediately singing. And Starscream has a tendency to randomly sing and dance any moment he gets for some reason. And it's hilarious every time. I'm gonna make him do that anime glasses thing. It looks so cool. I'm gonna make him do that anime glasses thing where it's like, swing. I don't know why they do this in the anime thing, but whenever, in anime and a character has glasses and they're being smart or, creepy or whatever, they're like, shing, and they'll push their glasses up to their face. It's a rarity that he smiles like this in that show, but he will. Well, I don't condone kicking children, but this person commented that Baby Bill looks like a little football. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, he does. He looks like a squishy Dorito, honestly, because he already looks like a little Dorito thing because he's a triangle with evil, intense. His little feet. But then Baby Bill Cipher is more rounder, and his eyes are bigger, and they're more I see the world. Chubby Doritos. He is a chubby Dorito. He doesn't have the hat yet, but he has little sneakers that look like this. And I feel like this was also drawn by a child. A little hands, and it's so cute and little. And he's a little yellow triangle. He's a little chubby Dorito. He's a cute little chubby Dorito. Sometimes I wonder if Chaburrito. So I was gonna say I wonder if sometimes the characters, if the people who made the shows like Gravity Falls and stuff know what's gonna happen with their characters once they show them to the internet. Did they know that a couple years later after making their show, there would be people on the internet calling Baby Bill Cipher Chaburrito? No, I don't go live often. This is actually my first live stream I've ever done on this channel, or just in general. So this is my first live stream, so I hope you all enjoy this of me rambling about Chaburrito Bill Cipher and his cute little outfits and shoes. Drawing Stanford's a lot is why I have the red marker constantly going out of use. Which here actually, it usually looks darker, but here in this lighting actually looks kind of pinkish. Congrats on your first live. Thank you! Yeah, it's my first little live stream and I'm just trying to draw cute things and have something to talk about. Which is usually the little hyperfixations I have. And possible headcanons. I said this one on TikTok, but I'll say it here on YouTube. But I have a little hyperfixation that Fiddleford would just bake his friends little muffins and stuff. He would just bake things for his friends. I can see him doing that. Or his child. He has a child, by the way. It's an adult child, but he has a child, by the way. Oh, no, my pencil! No! He has a kid named... before he left to go do the portal thing with Stanford, his name was, you said, right, bake his friends. No, he bakes stuff for his friends. He bakes stuff for his friends. He doesn't bake his friends. I don't know why I said it that way. No, he bakes little stuff for his friends. I can see him doing that, like muffins and cookies and stuff. Anytime I say baking cookies, I can only think of this one TikTok audio I heard of where they're like, how come we bake cookies but cook bacon? And I was like, okay. It was funny. I thought that was hilarious. I don't mean to be a creep or something, but yeah, no. I'm gonna draw him having purple pants, because I think that would be cute. His pants are just the same color of pants that he has in the show, which are like just black pants. Friends, it's better they might taste. No, we do not eat our friends. Are you Bill Cipher? We do not eat our friends. I feel like Bill Cipher would attempt to do that, because he's weird. He's weird and unsettling, but we do not eat our friends. I have ADHD and said it wrong, but we do not eat our friends. We sit calmly and draw. And draw what depends on what you want it to be. I completely lost track of what I was going to say. I completely forgot. But we're drawing his little, like, bag thing. Whee! I like doing that. If I go too many, like, stroke things like this with the little brush strokes, with the brown, it kind of does that and makes it darker. Okay. It makes it darker and stuff. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Bam! I forgot he has... Oh, okay. My pencil did a thing. Well, I wasn't looking. I forgot he has, like, this little streak that's lighter in his hair. So I'm gonna, like, lightly draw his hair in. We having fun. Oh, these are gone. I don't know why, but so I forgot his sideburns. There we go. The sound of the pencil going in just like silence is very satisfying. Who are you drawing? I am drawing Stanford Pines. He has he had like a whole thing with Bill Cipher being like weirdly obsessed with him. He was like, okay. So he's like very unsettled. So in my little comic thing, he's like very unsettled by any time William tries to give him some. He's like, I found this shiny rock. Is it gonna possess me? It's just a shiny rock. No, it's not gonna do that. I'm sorry. He's like, it was your brother. You don't have to be sorry for what your brother did. He's like, I'm still sorry. You have trauma from my sibling. I do too. It's like, I do too. He destroyed our parents in very frustratedness that no one else could see the world the way he did. I do too. I love the red and purple together. Yes, the red and purple together seem very cute and adorable, so I was like, I'm going to make them like this. So now, because in the actual show, he has just like black pants and that's it, but they don't look that cute with the red next to it. So it's purple now. I almost forgot how to spell his name. I almost forgot how to spell his name. Okay, now we draw Stanley as well, and then that will be the last I draw. Because you know what, I could just draw Stanley and that'd be it. But also I could add some more characters in. That would just be that would be later. I'm going to draw Stanley, and then that will be it. Which is very easy to do since they look identical. I basically just draw the same one with a different hairstyle a little bit. Okay. There we go. Sometimes I erase a little too aggressively. I've noticed that. You're so good at sketching faces. Thank you! I have so much, trying to draw faces well because when I first started drawing, couldn't really draw faces, so I just drew animals. I was like, I can draw animals, hands. I'm really good at hands for some reason. I can draw whatever else, unless it's a human person. And then I'm like, or I'll do this thing of where I draw a little face mask thing, or glasses that you can't see their eyes, or something that makes them so it's a person, but also you can't see their face. I forgot already. Is this even the outfit that he wears when he does the little boat thing? I don't know, but it is now. I made that come up way too high. It is now, though. I think this is actually the outfit he wears when he first sees that the portal exists. He's like, you made a portal to an alternate dimension. For what reason? Science? Dude, get a better reason than science. Ooh, I like that one. La-di-da-di, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, fun thing, because I want to say this because I think it's cute. I have, of course, I've said it multiple times in different things that I have ADHD all the time, because it affects me a lot in my art. That's why I make headcanons, because I'm always thinking about it. Love the puffy jacket. Thank you. Yes, I feel like I should make this part puffier, though. It can always be puffier. Also, I think I made his neck too thin, so I just have to redo that anyway. Yeah. So, I sometimes do this thing of where I do what I've recently learned to be called vocal stimming. Fluffy! Called vocal stimming, of where I sing and say things as a stim thing. So I did one, and now I'm just have this song stuck in my head, and I can't even listen to the song to get it to go away because I made it up. It's the la di da da la di da da la di di da da da, and it's just stuck in my head because I can't just listen to the song, so it goes away as usual. Because I made it up. It doesn't exist. In my little Gravity Falls fan show thing that I'm gonna do, there's a part in it, going to be in it, of that Stanley's glasses kind of look square shaped, and William's simple thing is that he's a square. So his thing is going to be ooh, that's so cool, you have square things as well. I think I made his face too low. He's like, oh, you have square stuff as well, that's so cool. He's like, sure. He's like, whatever gets you to not harm me. And he's like, why would I do that? I just want to sing and dance and have friends that are deers. He's like, yeah, but Bill Cipher never wanted to do any of that. It's like, well, I'm not him. And they're like, okay. Oh, geez, okay. Maybe a little bit too much aggression with the erasing. Oh, me too. Yeah, the singing, and then I get it stuck in my head, and then I can't get rid of the song because I made it up. One time I forgot that I made it up, and I was looking up the song. I have blue on my hand. And I was like, oh, I have this song stuck in my head, and I don't even remember where it came from. Let me just, look it up by the tune, because Google has this a thing that's like, oh, hum it, and then I can find it on the internet. And then I do that, and I'm like, oh, I made it up. Right. Made up songs are my favorite. I think of them like jingles, lol. Yeah, they are like jingles. I see it as vocal stimming is like making up a jingle for your own life, and kind of like theme songs. And so like every little while you have a theme song for a certain day or certain room. You're like, I have a theme song. Same as like when you hear a song that's like stuck in your head and you're like, why does it play at this, why do I think of it at this moment? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why. It's a theme song that I have stuck, even though it's usually not a theme song. Besides the Godzilla theme that's been stuck in my head for like 3 days. That is a theme song. And like different remixes of the Gravity Falls theme song. I keep messing this up and I don't know why. And I'm like, no, your face looks weird. I'm gonna do that thing. I've done it. I've erased so many things so many times and I can't get it right. I'm gonna do the thing I said I used to do and just give him a little face mask thing so you can't even tell. You can't even tell there was a problem. And it's cold, so it makes sense. There we go. Good enough. His hair kind of does this weird thing where it like swoops upwards. There we go. Nice. He has like a face mask is a great idea. Yeah, I always do that. I do it where I'm like, oh, okay, that's the wrong. Whoop. I always do it over and I can't figure out what a character's face is supposed to look like. I give them a little face mask, so I'm like, oh, well, they just have a scarf across their face, and that's why you can't see their face, and not like I've redrawn that same face like 5 times, because I keep not getting it the way I want it to be, and being a little perfectionist, I don't think I ever will, so face mask. I'm gonna also make his face mask red. But yeah, he has a red jacket that I don't think he really wears anymore, but he will in my thing. It's a new one. It's different. It's not the one that has a hole in the shoulder. It's different. I don't exactly know the times and like the days in the show universe that these characters exist in, but I saw a thing on TikTok that was like, oh, do you think Fiddleford would like hang out with him when he first arrived after the portal incident? I'm like, did they even exist? Didn't he go home? I thought he went home immediately, not that he stayed in Gravity Falls. And then someone else was like, well, it was that he brought his family to Gravity Falls after moving so far away. I was like, did he do that? I don't know. It's those headcanons, because sometimes people draw headcanons so well that I'm like, I don't know if that's a headcanon or an actual part of the episode that you just redrew. Because people do that. I didn't know they did that until I saw the show, and I was like, oh, they do that. Okay. So now I further don't know. I'm like, is this just headcanon things that you think would be cute? Or was that real? Oh yeah, I always do this little pose of where they're like casually walking, but also like just standing there being adorable. So like, I love this pose, and I was like, yes. I do this pose for my characters quite often. When I don't want to like draw them fully doing something, I'll be like, but I want them to be doing something, not just floating around in white empty void. Why don't I draw them walking around? They're walking around looking at the sights. And then I have to remember he's on a boat. Where is he looking at the sights from? The little island they found. But then they went to the boat immediately afterwards. So what sights is he looking at? I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna give him pink gloves. He has pink gloves and a pink little face mask. There we go. There's also something I thought of like giving William a staff that he can attack things with, but I'm like, he's already like a child of the stars crazy thing. He doesn't need to have a staff. Don't give every character you have a staff just because you think staffs are cool. It's gotta make sense for the character as well. Like, but he would probably like staffs too, though. I'm like, no, he can't just walk around with a random staff for some reason. I can see him doing that, though, is that he just walks around with a little staff, and then he's like, uses his little magical powers on it, and they're like, he has a magical staff, one thing. And I'm like, no, it's just that he's magical, but let's let you believe that for at least 10 more seconds. I think I'm also gonna make the fluff like a lighter green, so it's like fluffy. I thought it was gonna be a lighter green. Nope, it's neon. There's that vocal stem thing again. I keep just having it in my head. Sometimes my vocal stem though are just TikTok edits, so it's just the repeat of one song over and over and over again. Sometimes I like a song so much that I basically make it like everything. I put in everything, I know everything about that song thing. But because I've only seen on TikTok versions, you can ask me what song is that, and I'll be like, the one with the Bill Cipher edit? I don't know. that one Shadow the Hedgehog edit? Like, there's multiple Shadow the Hedgehog edits in your gallery. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Neon Floof. It is Neon Floof. He has Neon Floof. I love the word floof. It sounds so cute. I think that's because we usually associate the word floof with cats. Yeah, so this isn't actually going to be like what the colors are. I just don't have beige to make his little floof. And usually it's easier to do that. Little cats. Yeah, little cats. Little cats. Oh dear. Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. I like the pencil. I like that I can, like, technically erase and undo stuff with the pencil, but then the undo only goes so far. That undo only goes so far, and you can still sort of see it underneath. You can sort of still see it. At least it doesn't look like how it did before. Phone battery only on, I don't even know what I just said. 28. We're doing good. I'm doing the green because I used a lot of green on him. There we go. I mean, I usually, for the like short names, I make them like kind of thick lettering, and then for like the longer-ish names, I do the short lettering. And with that, Stanford is done. So now we have William and his brother, Bill Cipher, and Stanford, and then Stanley. Yeah, that's what. So now all of the drawings I've planned for doing for this live are done. And I have stickers. So that was fun. I hope you enjoyed this little live stream. It was my first live stream, so I'm very excited about it. And we'll probably do more in the future. And I'm making little Gravity Falls animations, so soon you will see cute little animations. Not the full episode ones yet. Those are definitely not done. But yay! So bye! Bye-bye now.